Welcome back to the League's 5 Adventure Series. Last time we unlocked 2 areas, actually, and this time I said I was going to do combat, and I do really want to. I want to go kind of like all in on masteries. Unfortunately, like, the 2 I'm going to get is I need to get to 100 combat, we're at just about 90, and then I need to kill Jad. Killing Jad I could probably do right now. Getting to 100 combat I could do. I'm trying to do it efficiently and like do things that could get me tasks, but then I'm doing like anti-efficiency, whereas there's a lot of things I want to do, but I guess I'll spoil it now. There's no reason to keep you in suspense. I'm planning on taking Korend as my last area. I'll explain it why later, but one of the reasons that this is holding me back from things is that if you take Korend, because I already have the Slayer Master Relic, any Slayer monster I kill has a chance for Brimstone Keys, so it feels really bad to kill. Like, I was just like trying to kill Brine Rats before this because I needed to do that for a diary task, and there was a medium task for it, as you can see. And I think there's a task for the Brine Saber too, but I mean, like, why should I kill those when they have a chance to drop Brimstone Keys? I could just be getting those too. So I think I'm going to do what I haven't really done much of, and I'm going to head over to the wiki, go to task, and I'm going to sort by most completed, and we're just going to see how quickly I can fire off 57 tasks here and hopefully unlock that area. Alright guys, we got some big tech. I was trying to go through and do a medium and a hard clue because I hadn't done any yet, and I had one elite, and I tried to do it, but then I was like, oh wait, I got the very first step was the DKs step, and I was like, oh, I can't do that because I can't get the DKs, and then I totally forgot, wait, well, I need to get, I was actually looking earlier, I'm just trying to get the throwing axe to get in there, because there's not even just to do DKs, although I'll probably try and get 1 KC now that I'm here, I have this. But really, there's a task for killing like a couple of the monsters that are down there in the Waterbirth Isle. I was like, oh, I can't get there so I can get a rune throwing axe, which I can get, it just as a grind. But I think if I current step with this, it'll just take me right there. So yeah, and one of these Walasaki is what I have to kill, so that's pretty perfect. So I'm not gonna dig here. I'm gonna keep this because I can use it to get these tasks I need, and then I can also use this as my way to get to DKs to kill them. So, okay, that didn't count because someone else had already attacked that one, but let's try and get this guy, and hopefully that should be good. Yeah, so that's huge. If you're someone who has the clue relic, just keep this in mind. If you get this step, it could be a good way for you to maybe grind out some DKs. Okay, I tried to Google the problem for the bug for not being able to kill the Walasaki, and it seems like you have to do it on this first floor where you come in from, which might be a little hard because they lose aggro on you, and this is not a multi-combat area, but I will try my best and see if that's the case. Okay, yeah, so it does just have to be down here, because I tried like every other level I went past, and it didn't work. This was a very scuffed Dagonoth King's kill, but I managed to get it. Definitely need that ranged attack never miss before we try and grind out any of this PVM like stuff. Well, in just about 2 hours, I managed to go from like, 59 tasks done to 4 tasks left until the next area. Unfortunately, I have to go to work, so it's not gonna get done right now. Although I'm just gonna finish up 50 swordfish in total will be 1, and then I've got 3 quests we're gonna knock out when I get back from work, and that'll get us to our last area. Just gotta go finish up Throne of Miscellanea, and that'll be all we need for the area. I got a few more tasks than I thought I would at work. I finished the 50 swordfish, and then I fished to 65 to unlock Karam wands, and then doing that was a task to. That was the last thing I had to do to finish the diary step for Karamja, so I got that. So now I only need 1 more task, and I will be able to unlock the last area, and Throne of Miscellanea is going to give that for me. We go over here, unlock a new area. Finally, 400 tasks completed. We can unlock our final area. It's going to be the Kingdom of Korend. The Brimstone Key combination for Slayer with Slayer Master is kind of the reason I wanted to get it before really going into too much more PVM. But there is also a lot more just general bosses there. The Echo is Hespori, which I think it's probably the easiest of all of them. I haven't seen clips of all the bosses, but I've seen a couple of them, and Hespori seems really easy. I also think the Echo item is broken right now. I also think that people are saying Slayer Master is broken right now. Hopefully this is all fixed by the time you guys are seeing this, or by, today. Hopefully it's Monday morning. I hope they can get it fixed. But Karen also has Sarachnis is a nice chill boss. I would like to try raids, and then Hydra is the big thing because I'm planning on doing that, like starting that grind on the UIM next time I go back to Slayer for that. So it could be nice to refamiliarize myself with that. And yeah, but we got that. Now all we have to focus on are these combat masteries. We need to kill Jad and we need 100 combat level. I wonder which one I'll get first. Didn't want to grind Brine Rat because I wanted that 1/128 chance to get a Brimstone Key before I went for the Brine Saber. And I ended up getting it in like 7 kills on my way back. But there's 80 league points. Equip a Brine Saber. I think it's finally about time I finished off the Skull Scepter here. I started this grind forever ago, and now it's much easier to just sit here and AFK. But I wanted to bring this up for a while. Talk about Equilibrium, just in case. I don't think many people are like me, you know. I think most people understand that a lot of the relics are good this year, and there's, you know, good reasoning for it. But just if you just remember, the pitch was for Equilibrium, whenever you get an XP drop, you get 10% of your total level as extra XP for that skill. And if it's your lowest skill, you get double that. So we're at 100, and we'd be getting at 155 XP right now. Extra, like so whatever you see here, minus 155 is what you'd be getting if you didn't have Equilibrium. But I just want to point out how that kind of works. So for things like attack, 357,000 attack, we've only like 34,000 has been from Equilibrium. So that's about 10% of that. The XP we've gotten in total has come from Equilibrium. Something like hit points were a little over like a quarter, 4.7 million total, 1.8 million from Equilibrium. Then you have something like mining, where almost half of our XP has come from Equilibrium, because a lot of my mining has come from Pure Essence, which is very, very quick, very low XP normally, but then it's like we're getting like over 3 times what you'd be getting, I think, normally from that, just because of Equilibrium. So it's really, really good. I'm very happy with it. If we go to total XP, then it's still a little under a fourth. But still, that's for only 10 to 20% extra of like your total level, not even extra. Like I'm very, very happy with this choice so far. What did we even, like, what was it competing against? I can't even remember. So, okay, that would have been Reloaded or Golden God, which I don't like. Golden God, we still are a little low on money, but I mean, we're getting through pretty well, and I'm about to start, you know, PVMing pretty hard. So I think that will become less of an issue here pretty soon. And then Reloaded, Herblore has not been going great. It's only 57, and I need 66 for I don't need, but I'd like 66 for a diary. But I do think I'm planning on taking Overgrown for my next relic, and also I do have my miscellaneous subjects on herbs, and I have no idea how much it's going to get because I play UAM. You can't do miscellaneous resources on UAM, so that's going to be like a first time thing for me to see how many of those I get from them. They do exist. The first Brimstone Key we've gotten for picking Karen as our region from the level 75 Ankus. Well, I think I'm officially broken. I just had like 3 different places in a row where I was going to grind a monster for combat XP and a potential drop, but I was like, it's multi-combat. This will be easier when I get the Venenator bow. So I'm kind of just lost here. I'm just doing brutal blues to try and get some blue D'hide Vams so I can equip the full blue D'hide set. It's a task. It's only 30 points, but it's something. But 99 range, that's our first. Oh, there's not one for first 99. I'm really surprised by that, actually. Because there was one for getting your first 95. I guess just because there's a task for getting every 99 individually, so it makes sense that they wouldn't. I don't say it makes sense. I think it'd be nice to get some extra points, but still, 99 range, our first 99 on our account, and that also got us a 99 combat. So we need 4 more defense or hit points levels, or 7 more prayer. I've been wanting to train prayer. I feel bad because I was like, oh, this is the combat episode. We're getting into combat. But for prayer, I have a bunch of those blessed bone shards from Varlamore, and I feel like I want to try and use those. But I need jugs of wine for those, so I'd have to go check out Tithe Farm, which wouldn't take very long. I'm pretty sure that gets boosted by the minigame boosts. But it's just, another thing that's not combat. It's just a distraction. There's so many, not even distractions, there's just so much stuff to do in the leagues. It's crazy. Just got another Scurrious Spine, and this might be enough to get me to 100 combat. If it's not, I'm just going to bury bones I've been saving bones for the Varlamore method, but I am in a hurry. Okay, very, very close. Honestly, I probably can just dump all this stuff into the bank real quick. Bada bing, bada boom. Combat level 100 is a hard task. And of course, what we're here for, the combat masteries. We are going for ranged 5. Range attack rate set to 50%, rounded down above 5 ticks. So what that means is it's going to be a lot better for crossbows. Crossbows are now, I think, 2 or 3 tick, depending on them. Maybe 2 tick. I don't know. I'm not the tick master. I know we've been using daggers or knives for most of the league, and I'm gonna try and find. I'll show on the Dark Wizard. So I'm pretty sure this is the attack speed. This attack speed is going to be the same. We already had the 1 tick attack speed for that. But I believe we can go on long range and get the same attack speed. Or if, okay, it's not the same. Maybe it is a little faster on the normal one, but this is still faster than long range was before, I think. I could be completely wrong too. I don't know. But crossbows will be the big one. We unfortunately don't have a crossbow still because we're still waiting on RCB or I have the Hunter's crossbow, but I can't turn it into the Sunlight Hunter's crossbow until I get like 74 fletching, and we need 69 for the RCB. Just a lot of levels I don't have right now, and of course I don't really want to do any combat stuff or any XP training until I get to the next tier. It's all just that. But our goal is totally clear now. Fight caves. Time to do Jad. Okay, I could out DPS the healers there. Very, I think there's usually been tasks for sub 35 and sub 25. Couldn't quite get to 35. I had more than enough prayer. I should have just had my prayers on the entire time for Eagle Eye and stuff. But it's fine. Dropping my fire cape on the ground. Still, there had to be a task for doing that. No, it's a combat mastery. That's right. Of course, there wasn't one. Fight K's veteran though, just for doing it once. Wearing a fire cape, yeah, surely is a task. So we got that, and of course, biggest thing, mastery, tier 6 range. Never miss with ranged attacks, and then all styles now have a 60% prayer penetration, which is almost entirely for our regions only useful for the echo bosses. I'm trying to think of any other boss that has overheads they use in my regions, and I can't. Maybe something in raids. I'm not familiar enough with chambers to know, but other than that, I think the never miss is going to be the main thing, because even there on Jad at the end, you saw we were hitting zeros before, and I think you still can technically roll a 0, but you should be seeing a lot less of those, especially when using something like darts. I almost want to run this again, but I'm gonna probably do some other things first. I don't know why I thought there was a task with this. I feel like either pickpocketing a Tazar or pickpocketing a diamond from a Tazar was it. I swear I saw that. Like, I know they've been in the past leagues. I swear there was one this league, but apparently there's not. I didn't see it on the task list. Still though, I do think it's worse XP than the Varlamore Wealthy Citizens, but I think it's fully AFK as long as you have space in your inventory. So this could be something if I need to train thieving. I'll get one more level just to get my total level up, but then I'm probably going to move on to I want to try the triple Jad challenges, because I think there's one for just 1, 2, and 3. I'm pretty sure there's a combat or those tasks for all of them. So those are pretty easy ones to get knocked out real quick, and it'll be a good idea to see how much better my DPS is against Jad with the exact same setup, just having the new mastery. Okay, so either they're stronger in the challenge version, or I just was safe spotting them better than I thought I was, but I cannot out DPS the healers. I definitely need to take care of them, so not quite as easy as we got the first one. Still an easy league task, but I think I'm gonna wait till I really feel like there's so much stuff. Like the fight caves in general will be so much better with the Ventilator Bow, I think, which that isn't like first on my my PVM list, but I think I am gonna head to my first boss. I really want to see how I like these knife. I like the darts, but I think knives have. No, I think knives have a better range, so I think I'm gonna try and stick with knives. I probably should go craft a couple more myth knives right now, or maybe just grind out smithing and get to adamant. So the first piece of PVM I'm gonna do is amoxolotl, something like that. There's some, I know amox is the start, and there's some other words in there. I've actually gotten one kill on them earlier, just because there was a task for killing them once, and it went okay. It was definitely one of those things where I was like, oh, I want way more DPS, and I can already tell our DPS is just unbelievably better than before. This is a boss that uses mage attacks. You can see, oh, I just took damage there. The way it works is that they'll create spikes on the floor. Okay, they'll throw these things, and then you need a melee weapon to kill these, but it's like Scurious, where it becomes one tick if you attack those. So just bring any melee weapon and you can take care of those. Obviously in the main game, I think most people usually use melee on here for the same reason. Oh, they can disable your prayer too. Just flick it back on. Most people use melee because it's, you know, less switching, but then they'll put spikes in the ground, and then if you're on any of those spikes when they pop up, you'll take damage. But if you, only the very first one, wherever you were standing, if you're standing, whenever that's there, like a permanent spot, like in Soul, comes on the ground. But you can just move around and do that. So there's a couple combat tasks for this guy. They're all pretty easy, so I think I shouldn't have any trouble doing them. I know there's one for not taking any damage during the fight, which is why I was a little upset that I took damage there from one of the spikes. But I think there's a little bit of RNG involved, but mostly you should just be able to get away pretty fast. This is a very, very easy boss. It's supposed to be one of those ones that's just meant to introduce you to combat mechanics, you know, like bosses turning off your prayer and just like, you know, having to move from the floor and stuff like that. So not too terrible. There are a couple tasks. There's one, I think the tasks for the league are 50 kills, 150 kills, and then they drop a pendant of the 8s that you need to equip for a task, and they also drop the glacial hammer kind of things. Or the dual tech moles or something like that. I don't know. What you need to equip for a task, and then there's also a combat task for killing them with that. And I think there's a league task for doing all of the combat tasks too, so that could be something to go for. I don't say it could be, that is what I'm going to go for. That's what I'm going for right now. Hey, and there's the pendant of 8s. I don't know if we have to activate it or if we can just wear it right now. Okay, you must, I know you charge it with Frozen Tears. So do I? Okay, you have to just charge it and then you equip it, and then that's the task. I don't know if there's any tasks for teleporting to the place. This can take you to a couple locations around Varlamore. I think you have to use the pendant on the statues first. So I'll take a look at that after. I was going to leave it at this kill anyway. I should get some prayer gear for this boss. But I'll take a look for those and then see if there's any tasks for doing them. This will be the last one here. Is there a task for doing them all? What, it doesn't seem to do anything. What does it mean it doesn't seem to do anything? All the rest of them, do I have to use the pendant on this one? Okay, you might have to do, there's a quest here. There's a whole place, it's called like Alderan or something. Alderan. It's like a kind of big island, and I have no idea what you do here. Like, this is all from part 2. I haven't had to do anything for, like, you know, bosses or stuff here, so it's this Death on the Isle quest. I think I'll try doing that real quick and see if that's what it is. So I finally just had to look it up. You do need to finish Death on the Isle, which actually gets you 80 league points if you have Varlamore unlocked. And then, I don't know why, but you need to pickpocket this guy, Constantinius, and then you get a key, then you got to come down to the cellar, and there's a chest down here you have to unlock. I have no idea why. The quest was okay. It ended up being, like, it's a murder mystery and there's no twist. It's just kind of just very obvious, which I didn't love. But it was alright. It wasn't too terribly long. If you follow a guide, it could be really, really... Wait, what did that say? Come back soon? What? Oh, taken for a clean, better come... I'm sorry, that's right. See, this is even confusing. So now that we've done that, and for some reason we had to do that, now we have to go back outside. You come to this fountain down here and search, and that should give us an icon. Now we use the icon on the statue, and that activates it. Okay. That's it, and I have no idea, and you get 1 water rune. I have no idea what that was, if that was a joke or something. The quest didn't seem to indicate anything of doing that. All the rest of them you could just talk, and that was it. But hey, at least we got 30 league points from it, so I don't know. Oh, this challenge for killing him with just the glacial tumultoles was tough. You can see 33 seconds, my personal best, 246 for that. Definitely gonna switch back to range. The only combat task I have left for I'm gonna try to say that right. Amoxliatol. I don't know. The only combat task I have left is killing him in 30 seconds, less than 30 seconds. You see, I've hit 30. I haven't gotten sub 30. I really want a little bit more range strength, and of course that means we got to try doing Vorkath. So I've just got rune knives, scuff set up. It's been a minute since I've done Vorkath, but hopefully the leagues being crazy will make it not terrible. Okay, that wasn't bad at all. I don't have any anti-venom, so that could be difficult, but we got a Dragon Plate Skirt. That's going to be a task too for equipping that. Yeah, how long does it last for? Oh, you just venomed it for forever. That's right. I'm trying to think if I guess I could. I was gonna say I could be on Lunars for Cure Me, but then I wouldn't have Crumble Undead. So yeah, I don't know. I guess this would be a place where and Venom just keeps going forever and ever, doesn't it? And I think it like tops out at 20. Let me see how hard it would be to get anti-venoms. All right, so taking advantage of leagues, so I don't have any easy way to get anti-venoms. Also, let's wear this for a task. I don't have any easy way to get anti-venoms, but with venom, any amount of curing poison will cure venom like one instance of it. It doesn't get any immunity. So, since the kills are going to be so fast, I think just heal through it. You can buy anti-poisons from the general store here in Karumja, and then after that, it's just you only have to cure at the end of every fight. So you just need a dose for every fight pretty much. And then hopefully that'll be enough for me until we can get a more permanent solution with finding like antidote pluses or something like that. In 3KC for the Vorkath said. That's exactly what I'm looking for. We definitely are at the point where we could grind Vorkath, and part of me is like, oh, maybe I should go for the Draconic Visage or the Wyvern Visage, whatever you get from Vorkath. No, it's not. Which one in? I don't know what it is. It's not either of those things, but you know what I'm talking about. But I think I'll head back, get that Tomotololil one, and then we'll come back. Also, I don't have the combat relics yet, and I know some people, I was watching Mudkip's video, and he's like, I don't feel great doing like a ton of combat grinds until I get that. I'm okay waiting for that. I don't think any of the ones I'm going to take are going to be that useful. So, and also like clearly we're still at the point where we're at the point now where I can do combat, but I do think that it's, I don't need to do a huge grind right now. All right, devices, office assembler. Surely there's got to be a league task for wearing that, right? Yeah, 80 points, easy peasy. Oh, it finally happened. 28 seconds, the last combat task, and that was 80 points for doing that, 80 league points. And now we've got, what was that? We're at 38 KC, so I'll stay until we hit 50. And then I don't know if we'll come back. There's one for 150, but I think it's only 80 points, which is the same as amount for 50. So I don't know if that's, unless we're like hunting for tasks at the end. I don't really see myself coming back for that. This is going to be kill number 50. This is a nice little boss. This didn't take too very long at all. I don't know, it was like an hour and a half total, maybe if you count my time going to Vorkath. Definitely could do faster if you just sit down and do it all. I could not. The drops aren't great. The only thing we didn't get was the pet, which is like 1 in 3,000. But still, I could see myself doing this on the UIM. I think it would be some pretty easy combat tasks. I don't know how, because obviously I struggled to get the 30-second even with like crazy range tier 6, mastery in leagues. So I don't know how much better you could do in league. I know, or in main game, I know it's a Slayer monster, so maybe you could get a task at the Slayer Helm. And I'm sure, like, the scythe or anything that does damage to big monsters could be nice there, too. I don't know. I'm sure it's not that difficult if it's only an elite test, too. It's not like it's master or grandmaster or anything. So it could be fun to revisit that in the real world. I was bored and needed something to do while I was eating dinner. And turns out Gemstones, even with only 12 times XP, is like over 10 mil XP an hour. So pretty good. Quick little 99 thieving. Took me 2 games, but I was able to get that rune and ore fragment. 200 points for that, not bad. And then I've been thinking about this more. I know this is skilling. I don't want to do too much skilling, but there is a task for catching a bear or a lucky impling barehanded. I've already gotten the one for dragon impling because I got it in Puro. But I wouldn't be able to forgive myself if I see a lucky impling and can't catch it. So I'm gonna go ahead and shoot off 99 Hunter. There's still quite a lot of points in Hunter's Rumors, so I think we could. I mean, we might even get. seeing if we might get 1,000 could be generous, but I know there's 200 for Teku Salamander, 200 for 99. I know there's some for Herbivore. There's some for getting Master Hunter Rumors at 92. There's a lot. Oh, that was it, 99. I thought I was going to get it in one more, but hey, I was recording still. 99 Hunter. This is also going to be 60 Herblore. I mean, we got like 5 mil XP today just from doing this. Mostly Hunter Rumors. Only 50. I've already got the full set, and then I made it to 50 Rumors, which is the most points you can get for specifically Hunter Rumors. Although I know there's still... I have to cook 100 Moonlight Antelope meat, which you need 92 cooking for that, so that'll be a minute before I can do that. I am going to finish up. Even though I was doing Teku Salamanders, whenever I saw them, I haven't gotten the one you can hold yet, which there's 200 points for that. So once I finish this guy up, I'm going to go and do that. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep doing Hunter Rumors because there's a chance, I still need to do Teku Salamanders, and we need to do 150 Herbivore. We didn't even finish one there. How embarrassing. But we need to do 150 Herbivore. But after that, there's still a chance that with my block list in quotes that I can get Moonlight Deer, Moonlight Antlers, or Antelopes Antlers, or I can get the Moonlight Moths, which aren't crazy good XP. I mean, Moonlight Antelopes are all right, but it's just again, it's not as good as Herbivore. If I could just do Herbivore, I'd do that, but I don't know if it'll be worth it for because you do get, it's not just getting these Hunter's Axe. You do get 60k XP drop every time, and that'll be even more once I get the times 16 League multipliers. Maybe I'll try and do those in the future, but for now, actually I guess I'll try if I can get Teku Salamanders, but if not, I'm just going to, hey, look at that, it worked out. Did this one in a couple of chunks. It really wouldn't have taken that long to just grind it all out. We got the 800 vouchers we need for the Pirate's Hook. We can buy that. And equipping that is 400 points. It's a master task for some reason. I think they kind of forgot that they updated the arena to make that easier, because that only probably takes, I mean, if you're 100% max efficiency, it only takes 100 minutes. So what's that? Not even an hour and a half. So pretty easy. We also have these we can trade in for XP. Not going to do that until we get our next relic, because that'll give us even more multiplier. I'm going to take a look at Tormented Demons. I still have not done the quest on the UIM, so I have zero idea what these are going to be like. But I think I'm hopeful that the leagues, again, will make it very easy. Well, I definitely wish I had a harder hitting weapon, but this is pretty easy so far. I just got these special attacks. You gotta run away when not switching to magic. So, yeah, these don't seem that hard. I thought maybe they have more mechanics when you're doing them the normal way, but yeah, with the rune knives, this is a little rough. I'm in that really just got to get some tasks done, couple more points, and I'm gonna try the Coliseum. There's a task for the first wave, and I'm hoping there's one for some of the later waves too, and we'll just try to see how far I can get. I think I've gotten to 5 or 6 in the league. Oh, I have to talk to you, dude. This is leagues. Well, I definitely need to work on my Manticore prayer flicking. I made it to what? Wave 4? Should have beaten it, but I just, clearly couldn't have just, brute force that like I did the rest of this stuff. There's at least, there's an 80-point task for using the bank here, so I'll take that. Oh, that was it! We're done! Okay, because we got 30, that's exactly when we needed 110. We got 80 and then 30 for doing the first wave, so that was perfect. Perfect. Okay, well, and there's a bank right here, so we can just get our relic right now. Tier 7. I actually think this is maybe by far the weakest choice for relics. Pocket Kingdom is if I didn't have Miscellanea, I'd probably take this. I maybe still should take this, even with Miscellanea, because it would make it so they take less coins, and they produce as many resources, and they get resources every hour instead of every day. But I think we kind of have to take Overgrown for farming. This is the one that lets you access the seed vault from anywhere. Crops never die. 75% chance not to consume a seed when it's planting it. And then when a seed fully grows, it's just automatically replanted if you have a seed of it in your inventory. So this is basically guaranteed 50 mil farming throughout the league. It only happens when you're online, but still, I'm still planning on playing quite a bit. And then Grimoire is not even a consideration for me. I mean, I already have raids, so this would literally just be Piety and Ancients. Don't care. I feel like I should take Overgrown before I talk myself into taking Pocket Kingdom, because Pocket Kingdom just isn't Again, I'm not too familiar with how good Miscellany is. It wasn't incredible when I checked it after one day, but again, you do that times like 24, and then like so, because this could solve Herblore, which Farm Overgrown also will solve eventually, and it can also solve Construction and maybe Fletching, I guess, too, and some other stuff. But I don't know enough about Miscellanea. I'm just gonna take Overgrown. That's what I've been planning on for most of the league. Maybe if they do Overgrown like next year, I'll take that if I'm more familiar with Pocket Kingdom. But of course, with Tier 7, the biggest thing is we now have the highest XP multiplier, 16% XP. So I've got a couple skilling things I want to take a look at, but that's going to be something for next episode. For now, thank you so much for watching. We are in a really good spot. We're not done, of course. There's still Tier 8, the last combat relics, and then we still have a couple extra mastery points to spend, which I'm actually... Even though we're going to do some skilling, I will say I plan on getting at least one mastery point. Not at least one. I plan on getting just one mastery point extra next time. So keep a lookout for that. We're going to start going into some of these other trees here and getting our character better and better.